So what brought you to Vietnam? Because in my understanding, you had quite an illustrious career when you were in Australia. So what precipitated the move?
Oh, it's a great question, and it all came about by chance.
Really?
So it was serendipitous. I was working in a helicopter rescue organisation in Australia.
That's kind of random.
And I was attending a conference in London. And on the way to London, I had an opportunity to either stay in Singapore for a few days or in Saigon for a few days. And I've never been to Saigon before, so I chose Saigon. And my first day in Saigon, it was magical.
Really?
The city was charming, the people were fantastic. And I had dinner by myself in District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City. Second day got even better. And then I flew to London for the conference, back to Australia. And almost immediately I told my wife, we need to move to live in Vietnam. It's fantastic. So 1 year later, we packed up and we moved to Saigon.
So may I ask, what city were you residing in before you went to Saigon?
Yeah, so before living in Ho Chi Minh City, I was living in Mackay, a small regional town in Queensland, so up near the Barrier Reef in Australia. It's fantastic, famous for its beaches and the Whitsunday Islands.
So it must have been
area.
quite the contrast from like a coastal town in Australia to, the concrete jungle of Ho Chi Minh City.
Correct, and the town that we come from, Mackay, the population was 80,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So it's smaller than the old quarter of Hanoi.
Yeah.
So this town, but it was over, the town itself's quite large, so it's almost as big as Hanoi, but with only 80,000 people.
Yeah.
And then moving into Ho Chi Minh City with 9 or 10 million people there, the traffic, the motorbikes, the cars, the honking, the street food, the people, it was overwhelming, but fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's either you love it or hate it, and some people are kind of too overwhelmed by that really in-your-face experience. But I think a lot of people love it, and a lot of people chose to stay, and that's the magical thing about Vietnam. What brought you to Hanoi? Because according to what you were telling me, you seem to enjoy Saigon very much.
Yeah.
So
Saigon was fabulous, but I came to Hanoi in 2013 for the graduation ceremony of RMIT. And the ceremony in that year was at the Hanoi Opera House.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And the Opera House is a fantastic setting.
Yeah.
And then I spent a few days around Westlake, around Hoan Kiem, and just the architecture and the beauty of Hanoi, it's just captivating me.
Yeah.
And so I asked my boss at that time around any opportunities for Hanoi, and she decided, move it to Hanoi and run the campus. So it was just a really magical time, and Hanoi is a beautiful city.
Yeah, and it's just, the right time at the right place, and everything kind of worked out, and there was a vacancy in the...
That's right, yeah, the head of campus role was just made vacant. And it was just one of those serendipitous times where just fate opened the door. And I ran through that door.
Yeah, you were preordained to be the head honcho of the Hanoi campus.
And here I am, 8 years later, I'm still here.
Yeah. So you must like it here.
Yeah, I do. And I've had a wonderful opportunity. I've been the president of AusCham, the Australian Chamber of Commerce in Vietnam. I was on an advisory board with CPA Australia, the accounting body here in Hanoi. I meet regularly with the Australian Embassy and have led delegations for trade missions through the country. I've just had a really fortunate time here in Vietnam, and it's probably my turn to give back to the country.
Yeah.